From Bond girl to Hollywood icon, Jane Seymour has lived a life full of glamour, drama, and resilience. In this deep dive, we explore her fascinating journey through 4 marriages, raising children, living in luxurious mansions, and building a massive net worth by 2025. Get the full scoop on her personal life, relationships, and how she balances fame, family, and fortune, all while staying timeless in Hollywood. Jane Seymour, British actress, born the 15th of February 1951, age 74 years. Uxbridge, United Kingdom. Spouse, James Keach, answer 1993-2015. Seymour, children, Catherine Flynn, John Stacy Keach, Christopher Stephen Keach, Sean Flynn. Height, 1.63 Imperial. Parents, Mika Frankenberg, John Benjamin Frankenberg. Siblings, Ann Gould, Sally Frankenberg, Jane Seymour. Net worth, $60 million. Early life. Joyce Penelope Wilhelmina Frankenberg was born on the 15th of February 1951 in Uxbridge, Middlesex, now part of Greater London, England, to Mika Van Tricht, 1914 to 2007, a nurse, and Benjamin John Frankenberg, Furcog, 1914 to 1990, a distinguished gynecologist and obstetrician. Her father was Jewish. He was born in England to a family from Nowa Trzepowo, a village in Poland. Her mother was a Dutch Protestant with family from Deventer, who was a prisoner of war during World War II and had lived in the Dutch East Indies, now Indonesia. Seymour has stated she learned Dutch from her mother and her fellow survivors from the Japanese internment camp, who frequently spent holidays together in the Netherlands when she was a child. Encouraged by her parents, who sent her to live with family friends in Geneva to practice her languages, she learned to speak fluent French. Seymour's paternal grandfather, Lee Graham, had come to live in the East End of London after escaping the Tsar's pogroms when he was 14. He is listed in the 1911 census as living in Bethnal Green, working as a hairdresser, and went on to establish his own company. Seymour's father, Benjamin, qualified at the UCL Medical School in 1938. He joined the medical branch of the RAFVR after the outbreak of war, serving in England, Belgium, Italy, and South Africa, ending his service as a squadron leader with a mention in dispatches. After the war, Frankenberg continued his career at various London hospitals, including St. Leonard's Hospital, Hackney, the East End Maternity Hospital, the City of London Maternity Hospital, and finally Hillingdon Hospital, for which he designed the maternity unit. A close associate of Patrick Steptoe, he assisted in pioneering discussions on in vitro fertilization and published papers on adolescent and teenage sexual behaviors. Seymour was educated at Tring Park School for the Performing Arts in Hertfordshire. She chose the screen name Jane Seymour after the English Queen, Jane Seymour, because it seemed more saleable. One of Seymour's notable features is heterochromia, making her right eye brown and her left eye green. Acting career. In 1969, Seymour appeared uncredited in her first film, Richard Attenborough's Oh, What a Lovely War. In 1970, Seymour appeared in her first major film role in the war drama The Only Way. She played Lillian Stein, a Jewish woman seeking shelter from Nazi persecution. In 1973, she gained her first major television role as Emma Callan in the successful 1970s series The Undine Line. During this time, she appeared as the female lead prima in the 2-part television miniseries Frankenstein, The True Story. She appeared as Winston Churchill's girlfriend, Pamela Plowden, in Young Winston, produced by her father-in-law, Richard Attenborough. In 1973, Seymour achieved international fame in her role as Bond girl Solitaire in the James Bond film Live and Let Die. IGN ranked her as 10th in a top 10 Bond babes list. In 1975, Seymour was cast as Princess Farah in Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger, the third part of Ray Harryhausen's Sinbad trilogy. Filmed in 1975, it was not released until its stop-motion animation sequences had been completed in 1977. In 1978, she appeared as Serena in the Battlestar Galactica film and in the first 5 episodes of the television series. Seymour returned to the big screen in the comedy Oh Heavenly Dog opposite Chevy Chase. In 1980, Seymour played the role on stage of Constanza in Peter Shaffer's play Amadeus, opposite Ian McKellen as Salieri and Tim Curry as Mozart. The play premiered on Broadway in 1980, ran for 1,181 performances, and was nominated for 7 Tony Awards, of which it won 5. Also in 1980, Seymour was given the role of young theater actress Elise McKenna in the period romance Somewhere in Time. Though the film was made with a markedly limited budget, the role enticed Seymour with a character she felt she knew. The effort was a decided break from her earlier work and marked the start of her friendship with co-star Christopher Reeve. In 1981, she appeared in the television film East of Eden, based on the novel by John Steinbeck. Her portrayal of main antagonist Kathy Ames won her a Golden Globe. In 1982, she appeared in The Scarlet Pimpernel with Anthony Andrews and her Amadeus co-star Ian McKellen. In 1984, Seymour appeared nude in the film Lassiter, co-starring Tom Selleck, but the film was a box office flop. In 1987, Seymour was the subject of a pictorial in Playboy magazine, although she did not pose nude. In 1988, Seymour got the female lead in the 12-part television miniseries War and Remembrance, the continued story from the miniseries The Winds of War. She played Natalie Henry, an American Jewish woman trapped in Europe during World War II. That same year, she won an Emmy Award for playing Maria Callas in the television movie Onassis, The Richest Man in the World. In 1989, on the occasion of the 200th anniversary of the French Revolution, Seymour appeared in the television film La Révolution Française, filmed in both French and English. Seymour appeared as the doomed French queen, Marie Antoinette. Seymour's two children, Catherine and Sean, appeared as the queen's children. In the 1990s, Seymour earned popular and critical praise for her role as Dr. Michaela Mike Quinn in the television series Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, and its television sequels, 1993, 2001. Her work on the series earned her a second Golden Globe Award. While working on the series Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, she met her fourth husband, actor-director James Keach. In the 2000s, Seymour continued to work primarily in television. In 2004 and 2005, she made 6 guest appearances in the WB series Smallville, playing Genevieve Teague, the wealthy, scheming mother of Jason Teague, Jensen Ackles. In 2005, Seymour returned to the big screen in the comedy Wedding Crashers, playing Kathleen Cleary, wife of fictional United States Secretary of the Treasury William Cleary, played by Christopher Walken. In spring 2006, she appeared in the short-lived The WB series Modern Men. Later that year, Seymour guest starred as a law school professor on an episode of the CBS sitcom How I Met Your Mother and as a wealthy client on the Fox legal drama Justice. In 2007, she guest starred in the ABC sitcom In Case of Emergency. She also appeared in ITV's Marple Ordeal by Innocence, based on the Agatha Christie novel. She was a contestant on Season 5 of the U.S. reality show Dancing with the Stars. She finished in 6th place, along with her partner Tony Dovolani. Seymour guest starred in One Life to Lose, a soap opera-themed episode of the ABC crime dramedy Castle. Seymour appeared in the Hallmark Channel film Dear Prudence, 2008, the romantic comedy Love Wedding, Marriage, 2011, and the Hallmark Movie Channel film Lake Effects, 2012. In April 2016, she starred as Florence Lancaster in Noel Coward's play The Vortex, presented in Singapore by the British Theatre Playhouse. In 2022, Seymour began playing the title role on the Irish Acorn TV series Harry Wild. In 2020, Jane starred in Ruby's Choice, an Australian comedy drama produced and directed by Michael Budd. It follows Ruby, played by Seymour, as a woman with early dementia and its impact on her and her family when she is no longer able to live independently and moves in with her family. Jane won Australian Screen Industry Network Award for Best Actress. The film was released theatrically across Australia and New Zealand on the 3rd of March 2022. On the 7th of March 2022, Ruby's Choice premiered in Santa Barbara, California at the 37th Santa Barbara International Film Festival, where it was a nominee Best International Feature Film. On the 24th of September 2023, at the Burbank International Film Festival, BIFF, won Best Foreign Film and Best Feature Film with Ruby's Choice. The event coincided with the honoring of the legendary filmmaker Tim Burton. Ruby's Choice will be released nationwide in North America on May 7, 2024. She is due to appear in the Netflix movie Irish Wish in 2024. The film was released on March the 15th, 2024 on Netflix. It debuted at #1 on Netflix's most watched films list 2 days after its release. Personal life. Seymour has been married and divorced 4 times. Her first marriage was to Michael Attenborough. She was then briefly married to Jeffrey Planer. In 1981, Seymour married David Flynn. The marriage produced 2 children, Catherine Flynn, born on the 7th of February 1982, and Sean Flynn, born on the 31st of July 1985. Flynn had involved her in the housing market, an involvement which left her completely beyond bankrupt. They divorced in 1992. The following year, Seymour married actor James Keach. Together they had twins, John Stacey and Christopher Stephen, born on the 30th of November 1995, and named after family friends Johnny Cash and Christopher Reeve, and James's brother, actor Stacy Keach. In February 2005, Seymour became a naturalized citizen of the United States. Seymour is a celebrity ambassador for Child Help, a national nonprofit organization dedicated to helping victims of child abuse and neglect. In 2007, she sponsored a children's art pillow contest as part of the Jane Seymour collection, with the proceeds going to Child Help. On the 12th of April, 2013, it was announced that Seymour was divorcing Keach. The divorce was finalized in December 2015. In February 2018, she posed for Playboy for a 3rd time, becoming at the age of 67 the oldest woman to be photographed for the magazine. In the Playboy interviews, Seymour revealed that she briefly quit acting after being sexually harassed by an unnamed film producer in the early 1970s. Since 2023, she has been in a relationship with musician John Zambetti.